Hey everyone, how's it going? This is LG Stylo 6. The first step, remove the back glass. You have to heat it and use some thin metal pickers or plastic or a business card. You have to insert it and just go between, separating the glass from the mid frame. And you have to work your way out through it. Make sure the best thing to do is find out where are the cables. You have to avoid hitting the cables. The good thing with this glass is they're on this LG Stylo 6. There are not many cables except one, which is for wireless charging. You will see once I open it. That's why I'm not going too deep inside of it. But certain parts I know where the cable is not. Over there I go deeper. So as you pay attention, just keep looking at it, and once this opens, now you can see where the cables are. That's the only cable I noticed. So now open all the screws. And also remove the SIM tray. Make sure you remove the SIM tray. Once you remove the SIM tray, pick up the plastics. There's 3 plastic layers that's holding the board. That's on top of the board. Once you remove that, you can disconnect the battery. That'll be the first thing, which is good. Now disconnect the charging port. I didn't open more than one phone, so they're pretty much the same. Sprint and also Cricket, Stylo 6, they're the same. If you have parts you want to switch between. Take out the SIM tray. And just start unplugging. Unplugging any connection that's there to remove the board. The board, it'll be a little bit tight because the cameras have a little bit sticky glue on there, because you see one of the cameras stayed on there. And now the charging port. This is how you remove it. You just pick it up and that's it. Charging port is gone. Get the new one, put it back. The microphone connected correctly and press it down. Now put the board back on there. Actually, we'll do it again on this video. Another board we're removing just to show you how it works. So now this time 2 cameras stayed instead of 1. So what happens is, in order to put the board back, before putting the board, you have to take the cameras out from there, connect it to the board, then go ahead insert the board. Otherwise, if you just insert the board on top of that, it will not make the connection. I did 2 phones just to show you guys a good demonstration of what happens. 1 camera stays or 2 camera stays, sometimes maybe 3 camera stays. Your job is to remove the cameras and put it back on the board. Then insert the board. Once you insert the board, connect all the connections. Then after the connections are done, get the plastic that goes on top of it. That's it. Just however you take it out, just put it back the same way. This part, I just kind of bend it, insert it inside of it. That's it. Now put all the screws back on the phone. There will be a lot of screws, but you can do it. And that's about it. Now, as you can see, just putting the screws back on there. As you can see this video now, putting the rest of the screws, it'll take some time because there's a lot of screws. Once you're done with that, just go ahead and leave it for a little bit, I guess, because I did for some reason, and turn it back on. Once it turns on, just make sure the touching is working, so that way you have connected the connections correctly. Okay, looks like it's working, and that's it. So that's how you change the charging port. But you can apply the same scenario with board and camera, because it's all pretty much the same, because you're opening the phone anyways. And for the rest of the video, we'll just go ahead and get the back glass and just put a little bit of tape on it, and after that, just stick it back on there. If you want to see how it's done, just continue watching the video. On the back glass, make sure to remove some of the residue, because it moves around and it becomes one side a lot of glue, one side less, so it's hard to close it back. You have to have pretty much even amount of glue in order for the glass to stay there properly. Certain sides where I see that needs tape, I put on there, not on all the sides, because I don't want to put too much tape in case something goes wrong for me. I want it to be easier to open it, but I want to put enough tape so it doesn't come off. After putting tape, we'll use heat it a little bit, because the regular glue that was on there should be warm so it can stick. Now use the rubber bands if you have some, and that's it. Leave it. We're done. Thank you. Please subscribe.